Have you ever been in a relationship where everything felt magical at first and then, out of nowhere, the person you loved became cold, angry, and almost unrecognizable? One minute, they're tender and sweet. The next day, distant, rough, and even cruel. Maybe they start going out more, ignoring your calls, flirting with strangers at bars. And if you're like most of us, your first thought is, what did I do wrong? Did I screw this up? Am I being punished for something? But sometimes, the truth is far stranger and a lot sadder. In some cases, you're not being punished for messing up. You're being punished for doing everything right. Yes, you heard that correctly. You're being punished for not yelling at them, for not walking out, for not cheating, for not humiliating them, for not playing games. You're being punished for your loyalty, your patience, and your kindness. Sounds insane, right? Why would anyone punish the very person who's treating them well? Here's the paradox. Sometimes, your kindness becomes a trigger. It sets off something ancient inside them, something that was never about you at all. This is one of the strangest and most painful patterns in love. Your sweetness can awaken their buried rage. Your loyalty creates the conditions for their old wounds to surface. And who are those wounds really for? A parent, a caregiver, someone long gone from their past. Your partner's aggression, their sabotage, their rejection, they're not really aimed at you. They're acting out a rage they've been holding for years. A rage meant for the parent who failed them, the caregiver who abandoned them, the world that was cruel to them. And tragically, you with your gentle and stable love are the first person who has ever felt safe enough for them to finally show it to. We can see this pattern even more clearly and more dramatically in adoptive families. Studies and anecdotal evidence from therapists show that adopted kids often act out the most with the kindest, most loving families. These kids will scream at their new parents, slam doors, vandalize walls, even steal from the very people who gave them a home. The parents sit there, absolutely brokenhearted, wondering, what did we do to deserve this? And the heartbreaking answer is nothing. In fact, it's precisely because they've done nothing wrong that this is happening. Their kindness, their stability, their unconditional love created the first truly safe space that child has ever known. A space safe enough for the child, esperied pain and terror, to finally erupt. It's a volcano of grief that has been dormant for years, and the safety of love is what finally allows it to blow. In adult relationships, the same dynamic often happens. It's just quieter, sneakier, and more confusing. It's not always screaming and slam doors. It's the ruined vacation over a tiny disagreement. It's the explosive argument that comes out of nowhere. It's the weeks or months of silent treatment that leave you feeling like you're losing your mind. Behind every one of these acts of sabotage, there's a muffled, subconscious cry from their inner child. Where were you when I really needed you? How dare you be so kind to me now when my whole life has been so cruel? How can I possibly handle your love when pain and chaos are all I've ever known? If you're the kind one in this dynamic, it will feel like you're dying trying to save someone who keeps pushing you away, hurting you, and rejecting the very love you're offering. It is exhausting and soul-crushing, but it is crucial to understand this. They're not truly rejecting your love. They're terrified of it. They desperately want it, but they have absolutely no idea how to receive it without it feeling like a threat. To them, intimacy feels like a trap, because in their past, closeness always led to pain. So they push you away to get back to the emotional state they know. Loneliness. It's miserable, but it's familiar. So, what's the way through this painful cycle? It is absolutely not self-sacrifice. It is not endless, boundaryless forgiveness. Letting someone hurt you repeatedly in the name of love isn't noble. It's self-destruct. The only way forward is through a combination of insight, strong boundaries, and compassion with limits. First, insight. Understanding that their behavior is a reflection of their past trauma, not a measure of your worth. It isn't personal. This insight can free you from the prison of self-blame. You didn't cause it, and you can't cure it. Second, strong boundaries. You must protect yourself. This means saying things like, I understand you're in pain, but it is not okay for you to speak to me this way. or I need to leave the room until we can both be respectful. Boundaries are not a punishment. They are a sign of self-respect. They teach the other person how love is supposed to function. You can be compassionate about their pain without allowing yourself to become a casualty of it. You can understand what's happening without allowing yourself to be destroyed by it. You have to be the guardian of your own well-being, because in that moment, they are incapable of considering it. One day, and it may be long after the relationship ends, maybe even years later, your partner might finally reach a point of healing, and so they might finally be able to say the words they never could before. Thank you for being kind enough to let me rage at you. I'm so sorry for trying to destroy you for loving me. I never meant to hurt you. I just didn't know what to do with all my pain. And when, or if, that moment comes, it's a moment of profound, heartbreaking grace. The damage isn't magically undone, but the truth has finally been spoken. The cycle has been seen. So let me ask you, have you ever been punished for your kindness in a relationship? Did you have that moment of realization where you understood it wasn't about you at all? Share your story in the comments. I'd really love to read it, and I know it will help others feel less alone. If this video helped you understand your own experience, please hit the like button, subscribe for more content like this, and maybe send it to a friend who's hurting right now. Because sometimes, the people who hurt us the most are the ones who never learned how to accept the love they've always needed. Thank you so much for watching.